Joe Potter, Vintage Underground, and welcome back to the channel. I thought I would do an update on the fire cars. So if you haven't seen the previous videos, we have two cars in the shop that were in a house fire. They did not catch on fire themselves, they were in a house fire. And they weren't damaged, they weren't on fire, they were damaged by heat and smoke. A Ferrari 330 and a Maserati Mistral. First up is the Ferrari, and Adam just about has it completely stripped. And you can see, you just have to go down to white metal. It's kind of cool. You can see the original welds when they put this thing together. This thing's pretty healthy. If you get up this front left corner, a little bit of rumple and damage from a previous crash here. We've already corrected some of that, and we'll do some more. He's just about got everything off. Still has the jams to do. Car is actually really quite nice. It's really true. It hasn't been hit, except, you know, I think that front corner is the only place. Really looking good. These things are notorious right down in this area. There's a double wall right in here, and they're notorious for rusting. The other side had rusted, probably because it was disrupted or opened up because of the previous slight collision on that side. But we did, Adam did go ahead and open it up and do the other side as well, because they are just notorious for that little corner. So I think I said this last time. This is an insurance job. So we don't normally do insurance work. We do for Hagerty and them alone. They do bring us interesting cars like this that need a special hand. So this process is not our normal process. I mean, we do a car, it goes down to zero, absolutely bare tub, and come back up. So these are a little bit different. It's a little bit different take on it as to how it's not a restoration. We are correcting, and they're just unique and special enough cars that we do want to do them and put that effort into them. And this is really dirty stuff. This is dirty, dusty, nasty stuff, taking material off of a car. We have two guys here in the shop that just do facilities and cleanup, and chasing after this area. When you're stripping a car, it's nasty. It's you don't want to breathe it, so you've got to be masked up, and we have a air system to get it out of here. But it's dirty. It's a dirty, dusty, messy kind of thing getting to this point, and then you know. From that, you then need to transition to a cleaner environment. So there's a whole cleanup process that goes on in between. But at this stage, it's just a dirty mess getting through it. All right, next up is the Maserati Mistral. And this car, unlike the Ferrari, is all aluminum. I love this little car. This is the first time I've had a Mistral apart, and I say we, Tim, has had one of these apart, and really special cars. I really have developed a fondness for them. All alloy skins, and you know, you can see in the left here a little bit of rumple. They weren't perfect when they were new. Most of these alloy cars were not. Some of them are better than others. I'll pull off the welding blanket here. But you can see here, the same thing, right down to white metal, aluminum. And aluminum is, of course, tricky because it starts to oxidize almost immediately. So you really have to be timely in how you go at things to get them sealed. So Tim has got it stripped. There's the very cool Maserati twin spark, very nice. And he is in the process. So this one did have a few bumps in it. This front left corner had been damaged, and somebody cut out metal and riveted in a fiberglass piece. It was, anyway, it happens when, when it's past, clearly, when it's somewhere for a repair, that they didn't know how to work with aluminum. So the front nose, Tim's got this side done. He's working on this side now. Another little section here. He's putting in metal, and he'll work it all back out. Kind of like the Ferrari, it's really good shape. I mean, there's a few little things here and there, but this car is really healthy and no signs of corrosion. None of the white powder aluminum signs of ugliness. It's really pretty tidy. Clean metal in good shape. I mean, other than the nose, it's all pretty normal stuff. And even that wasn't that bad on either car. So really pleased. I mean, you never know. You open up a car that's this old, and you never know what you're going to get. Could be really interesting. And we certainly have opened up cars, as anybody that does this has, and you just are amazed at what was hidden underneath, and the skills that people can develop to hide things. I don't know, sometimes it seems like it's just as much effort to learn to do it right than it would be to do what they do, but whatever. You never know, and especially in a situation like this where it's an insurance job, it becomes then a balance of correcting things. So of who's going to pay for what, because you never know what you're going to get into. So for these two cars, really pretty nice, really nice situation in that the cars are really healthy. We've got the paint off of them, and we've got them stripped, and seals and rubbers and glass and everything is out. And now we're just about at the point with both cars. We're making repairs on the metal, and just about where we'll turn around and start coming back up the other side. And that's when the fun happens and things start looking pretty. And up till now, it's kind of a dirty bit of business, but it's no different than just anything in restoration. You take a greasy, nasty, rusty part and work it down to its basics, and clean and strip and restore, and and then come back up the other side. Coming back up the other side is inherently more fun, frankly. But you got to get there, and you got to do it right, especially these alloy cars. We've seen several of them that have been stripped by body guys that are way too aggressive, and they end up cutting into the aluminum, and in some instances so thin that it splits. You've really got to take your time and move slowly, especially with an alloy car. And you could do so much damage stripping. It seems like the easy thing, like the no-brainer. You just grind it off or whatever, but it's not the case. You really got to be careful, because you can induce heat, you can abrasive destruction, you can do all kinds of things that do more harm than good. So yeah, go slow. So I think that's about it for the burn cars. I'll see you on the next one. We should be coming up on the other side, get them sealed, and start heading towards paint, so it'll be a little more interesting and exciting to look at. Appreciate you watching. Please do like and subscribe, and we'll see you.